What's up, everybody? My name is Vincent. Welcome to Cryptolution, where we talk about everything under the moon in the crypto universe. Today is Tuesday, May 31st, and today we're going to be talking about something that's going on behind the scenes with Trippin Ape Tribe, and that is DeGod holders are actually accumulating as much Trippin Ape Tribe NFTs as much as possible. Now we're going to dive deep into why they are accumulating these NFTs, and we're also going to show you some bullish data and statistics around this collection that is heading towards a very promising future. Now, everything in this video that I'm about to explain is not financial advice, just my own financial opinion and entertainment. So with that said, guys, as always, be sure to watch this video throughout its entirety because you do not want to miss a single thing, and stick around until the very end because I want you guys to know how bullish this project's future is going to be. Now, with that said, as always, be sure to like up that button, subscribe to the channel, don't forget to join our Patreon page, and most importantly, please be careful with any of the scammers down in the comments below. I'll never reach out via WhatsApp, Telegram, direct messaging, or email, so please be careful and invest safely. So guys, let's get right into it. We got a lot to talk about. So right now the floor price is around 26 Solana. Now you may be wondering, oh my gosh, why is the price dropping? Why is the floor price going lower and lower? Well, it's simply this. We had over 90% of these Trippin Ape Tribe NFTs whitelisted for people. And so a lot of those people who are whitelisted, mainly to prevent bots or whales from accumulating these things, which is great on the team members' part in planning this, but 90% of those people, they want to take their profit. You know, people invested around, 3 to 4 Solana, which is around $200 or less at the time of this recording. They want to at least make $1,000, maybe even $1,500 just on this lowest floor price. So it's good for them to actually do that. And those are the type of people that we don't judge. They're called paper hands. These are people that want to take their profit and make some money. But if you notice something, not too long ago, we were at a total listed count of around 2,500 NFTs on the market. But now that's shrunk to 989, and it fluctuates between 900 to 1,000, but still, that's still 50% of that supply reduced within the 24 hours that we posted in our last video. And so also the unique holders, if you've noticed, it went from 7,600 to 7,000 unique holders. So that means we're dwindling the amount of paper hands, and now the long-term holders and the whales, and people are thinking about the project and how dedicated they are. They're sticking around, and in fact they're the ones that are accumulating. And so as you see here, this one just sold for 26 Solana, and this will continue to sell. A lot of these things will continue to sell out, and people are buying the dip. This is their opportunity. Now let's go ahead and go to the data points. Now on this is soulsniper.xyz. This allows us to show you the progression of listings and also the volume that's being put into the Trippin Ape Tribe. Now if you've noticed, we are still down at a very, very low listing point of around less than 1,000. And if you can see here, we've kind of been oversold. So right now, if anything oversells, then there has to be a type of reversal at some point. And as you can see here, there's a lot of different people listing and delisting their NFTs, but it's up to you to decide what you should do. But I'm going to show you in this video how crazy it is that actually DeGods and other people are buying these NFTs. So before we start there, let's start with Soul Princess. She started with this tweet. She said, might be time to start scooping up Trippin Ape NFTs. The internals are very strong and still at 10x off minimum in just a few days. The unique holders are around 70%, which is 7,000 holders, and looks like it's bottoming. Also, still one of the top projects on NFT Inspect. Don't fade the tribe. And this is a really good point. And Soul Princess, who happens to be a huge Solana NFT collector, she collects NFTs all around, and she's seeing the blue chip around this project. And as you can see here, she owns 2 herself. Now, next up, let's go ahead and go to Solana Daily. This goes to show you the amount of sales volume that's been accumulated over time. So ever since Trippin Ape Tribe come out, they've taken away 16 million in liquidity from all these other projects. Now, second place is obviously OK Bearers, and third place is DeGods. Now, let's get into DeGods because this is what we want to talk about. Now, as you can see from Ken Spliffy, this is the post that I started noticing and started seeing the trend that was happening. He's saying, been seeing a lot of DeGods buying Trippin Apes lately. Tat times DeGods, could it be? Why do I say that? Well, it's because of this. Now, this is one person who's bought one of these NFTs, actually a few. He says, I averaged down in Trippin Ape NFTs, and as you can see, he's a DeGod. I love buying the FUD. People tend to overreact and sell unreasonably cheap. Grabbed a banana split, Scally for 33 and 35 Solana this morning. I think the collection will stabilize, listings will decrease with staking, which we'll talk about in a little bit. Hope this works out, and I think it will. So he's already started to accumulate, but that's not the last person. We also have this person right here who is also DeGods. He's accumulated a ton. Not only that person, let's go ahead and move on to the next person, another DeGods. Now this person was airdropped one of these spores, which we will talk about in a little bit, but if you owned a Trippin Ape NFT, you were airdropped one of these 101 rare spores. But I'm going to show you at the end of the video why this spore actually is very bullish and my prediction of what the spore means in terms of your Trippin Ape NFT. Now this person, Carnage Soul, added another Trippin Ape NFT during the panic sell at 27 Solana. So he's buying the fear, and he says don't listen to influencers, right? We're going to talk about influencers in a little bit because there has been a little bit of negativity around this space, and that's usually a good thing because good projects tend to have a lot of good negativity. Yo, also a DeGods holder, says honestly, if I had 500 Sol right now, I would spend all 500 on Trippin Ape Tribe right now. Don't ever let someone tell you how much a project is worth. Let the effing community show you how much it's worth. I swear, this cult is different. Don't forget, we're not a cult. But this is going to show you that DeGods are so bullish on this. Is he the last person? I don't think so. We also have Tommy 2 Clubs. He grabbed a few more Trippin Ape NFTs. Again, he's accumulating these as much as possible. You got to keep that in mind. We don't know how much these are going to be listed for when he puts them out for sale, but he's been buying them. We also have Egypt, who bought the dip. He has a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of these great NFTs. Now we also have Catalina Whale NFTs, which is another Solana project, accumulating these as well. They're increasing their holdings, and they believe it's not a cult. We are a tribe. And then we also have OKBear holders who are also buying into the projects just because they are listening to a lot of the AMAs, a lot of the conversations around the team members, and Magic Eden and other platforms. I mean, they're really transparent at this point, and they're keeping you heavily involved. So this one I really like because this one has the orange juice in it, which is also another rarity. And this one I want to show you because this is really cool. This is a mutant ape holder who is buying into the Trippin Ape Tribe. And as you can see, there's a lot of similarities, but I have to tell you the artwork is a lot better for Trippin Ape Tribe. That's just my own personal opinion. So it's good to see some ETH whales come into our space. And then we have Soulbot. The reason I'm showing this is because this sale was actually 119, which is a great steal for only $5,000. That just goes to show you how amazing this piece is, and this is a rare item. Again, it has the crown, it has the smiley face background. Great steal in my opinion. Now next up, we also have some interesting news. This is where the drama has been happening with a YouTube influencer. So this YouTube influencer pretty much disparaged the project, and it was kind of, bit his own tongue at the end. In this news break, it said Trippin Ape Tribe downplays all the FUD amidst Crypto Angelino's barrage of attacks. Now, what does that mean? It said this, and this was something that he had said just recently. He said, they told me I was the bottom signal yesterday, so tell me why does it keep dipping? I can tell you why. It's overpriced and it looks ugly. See you at the 20 Sol floor price. So this is what he said to upset the community and people. But if you look before, he actually tweeted this before the launch. He says, yeah, the Trippin Ape launch is going to be insane. Art is going to be on point as well. I will try to sweep hard. So this is what we're talking about. This is the toxicity around influencers getting involved. Now, I don't know if this is all true. Again, what if this was just made up fake? What if this is a fake post? But still, I've seen multiple people share this post, and it just goes to show that there are people out there, influencers, who are willing to diss on the project. And this person is a DeGod holder. But again, a lot of people have a lot of their own opinions about this, and usually you're supposed to let the community speak out for that. So Turnip Dylan did say this. He says, I'm seeing lots of unfair shots at Trippin Ape NFT team. It's been like a week. Yeah, some of us expected things to happen sooner, but the floor dump isn't their fault. We're the ones who decide what the price to buy and sell at. Sad seeing influencers turn so quickly after they dump, which we spoke about at Crypto Angelino. So obviously, really great point here. The community is going to help depict the project. All right, we're not looking for whales to depict the project. If anything, we're trying to figure out where the community wants this project to go. I think it's heading upwards. That's just my opinion. Now, this OKBear guy said, despite the FUD and beginning activity, good for flippers, bad for secondary buyers for Trippin Ape NFTs. I believe they will have what it takes to withstand the turbulence and become the best project on Solana. Hate to compare, but reminds me of the early DeGod days. If you guys don't know, DeGods right now is actually over a floor price of 400 Solana. And they have a very limited supply. There was like less than 48, I think, on their marketplace. But if this person's saying that Trippin Ape is going to be like DeGods, can you imagine what the floor price is going to be when we go below 200 listed on the Solana floor price? I mean, that would be crazy. And then we have this person, OX Hustle, who owns one of the rarest NFTs in Trippin Ape Tribe. He says, big respect to Trippin Ape Tribe Diamond Hands. A lot or FUD, criticism, and reject from communities towards it. But these lads are holding strong, believe the mission, and become a great friend. Keep strong, tribe, love each other, and support one another. And this is going to show you how much the community is supporting each other and making great communication. Now, next up, this person said, like Frankie DeGods said it, he wants to see Trippin Ape Tribe NFTs win a bid FU to all the influencers. Like crypto is a hedge against the government. Trippin is a hedge against these influencers. But last and not least, let's talk about something, and that is Furnace's recent tweet. It says, it's hilarious to me that some people think the spores have no utility just because we haven't revealed it yet. Now, we talked about the spores earlier, and that are these things. These are the spores that were airdropped to Trippin Ape Tribe holders. Now, it's not too late. The reason I say it's not too late to get one of these is because you can actually buy it on the secondary market. Now, on the secondary market, it's selling for around 3.3 Solana at the time of this recording. That can fluctuate, but I ended up buying one myself. Yes, I was airdropped one free Spore NFT to my wallet, but I decided to buy another one. And why am I doing that? Why am I buying another one? Well, I actually started comparing it to Bored Ape Yacht Club's Chemistry Club. Now, if you don't know, if you owned a Bored Ape, you had the option to turn your Bored Ape into a mutant. Now, as you can see here, the serums, just like the spores with Trippin Ape Tribe, when they're listed, the price for at least the Chemistry Club is actually quite high, and no one saw this coming. What do I mean by that? Well, simply this. It's just that each chemistry is actually at a crazy floor price. Look at this one. Serum 1 is around 41 Ethereum. Serum 2 is at 45 Ethereum. That's insane. That's like a ton of money. So if we just click on this and look at the average price, that's $80,000. So can you imagine what the spores will be like once this Trippin Ape Tribe becomes really wanted? I mean, there's only 197 on the floor right now. So getting one for like less than a couple $100s is actually kind of a steal, especially if you buy a Trippin Ape Tribe after the airdrop, because if you weren't able to get the airdrop, then you can still buy these and, you know, maybe ascend your NFT. Now, next up I want to show you is what is going on in the Discord. Now, this is from Furnace. Now, I'm not going to read this whole thing for you, but I'm just going to share with you just a couple things. Number one, he's saying that people are panicking, right? Holders are panicking. They're wondering what's going on with the floor price. They acknowledge this. The team acknowledges this. And this is why they're moving forward and making everything very transparent. They're going to have great communication moving forward, and they're going to possibly show a roadmap for this as well. But skipping that, it's the utility and staking. Now, this is what I think is going to happen. This is my prediction. I think since we were airdropped these spores, these little mushroom thingies, that's going to help us ascend into another edition of this collection. What do I mean by that? I think we're going to get a Mutant Ape Yacht Club out of this. So imagine that Trippin Ape Tribe is like the Bored Ape Yacht Club, and the spores are like the serums. And then the tribe token, which is something that we're going to be earning while we're staking our NFTs, are going to allow us to basically pay to get our next NFT of Trippin Ape Tribe created. So that means that if you own one, you possibly will own two at the very end of this year. Who knows? But they did say that there are going to be two pieces happening. The first piece was the mushroom spore. That was airdrop. Second, it hasn't happened yet. So could that be the second edition? We don't know, but that's going to be the most interesting thing. And guys, let's go ahead and start closing it, because this is why I'm bullish on the project. And as you know, if we look at the top NFTs within the Solana ecosystem, right? If we look at all time, Trippin Ape Tribe is number 3. The reason we see this is because we want to see the overall chart of the top blue chip projects. If you look at the top 5, Trippin Ape Tribe is actually number 3 at 431,000 Solana, which is quite huge. And last but not least, on OpenSea, if we look at the past 7 days on all chains, Trippin Ape Tribe holds rank number 4, and it is the only Solana project in the top 10. That just goes to show you that people are still buying into this project, and it's competing against its neighbors of Bored Apes and also the Mutant Apes. Now guys, that wraps up the video today. I hope that this video has been very informational about Trippin Ape Tribe and what's been happening behind the scenes. DeGods are buying, whales are accumulating, and bullish momentum is ahead. And don't forget, we are still early. We're not even 2 weeks into the project. And right now at these price points, you could get a really good deal. So make the right decision for yourself. So guys, with that said, as always, if you like what you heard, like what you've seen, and maybe you own a Trippin Ape Tribe, I want to hear your comments down below. And if you're hesitant, let me know your questions down below. Possibly I could answer them. But also, if you don't like the project, I also want to hear your thoughts as well. But guys, I am so bullish on this project, and you should be as well. I cannot wait for this. It's already traded over 400,000 in terms of trading volume, and it's going to keep on going to the $1 million. So guys, with that said, as always, be sure to like up that button, subscribe to the channel, don't forget to join our Patreon page, and I'll see you guys next time.
Thanks for watching Cryptolution. Register on our Patreon page for our insider trading tips and more. And don't forget to click on the affiliates link below to receive sign-up bonuses and access the global crypto assets exchange. Invest safely, and we'll see you on the next episode of Cryptolution.